So you're looking to purchase a property out here in Hawaii and you're wondering, what type of property should I buy? Condo or single family home? Well, in this video, we're gonna battle them out, show you the pros and cons of both condos and townhomes versus single family homes. So let's see them battle it out. Stick around to get all the details. See you on the other side. What's going on, guys? Like I said, in this video, we are going to battle it out and see the pros and cons and differences between purchasing a condo and a single family home. But before we get into that, let me quickly introduce myself. If this is your first time here, my name is Patrick Longley. I'm a licensed real estate agent out here in Hawaii and have been for nearly a decade, helping buyers, sellers, investors with their real estate needs. If you guys have any questions or just want to talk story, got my contact information right here, or you can directly DM me on any of my social media platforms. With that being said, let's jump in and battle it out. Condos versus single family homes. Let's jump into it. So let's start with condos and the pros. Pro number one, price point. Condos are a great option, especially for first-time home buyers who are just trying to get into the real estate market because of the price point. The median sales price for a condo right now in 2023 is $450,000 compared to single family homes, which are right now floating around $1.1 million. So that's a big difference. So in this battle, condos definitely win. The second pro is being able to scale out big expenses. Now you're probably wondering, what do I mean by this? Well, when you buy a condo, you are buying into an association and a building. That association manages that building. So whenever there's big expenses that come up, let's say a roof that has a leak or an elevator that needs to be replaced, generally that association will take the reserves that they've collected and will pay for replacing or fixing that roof leak. So you, the owner, are not the sole owner and sole person who has to take care of that expense. That expense is spread over the 100, 200, 300 unit owners to fix that leak. So you get to spread any large expenses compared to a single family home. If you own it and you're the only owner, there's nobody else to help you fix that roof. It's going to cost you 10, 20, 30 grand to replace the roof, and you're the only person who can pay for it. So in that battle, condo's going to have to win. The third pro for condos would be amenities. Now, each condo is going to be different on what they offer in regards to amenities. And what I mean by amenities is some of these buildings will have pools and jacuzzis and saunas and a gym, or sometimes they won't have anything. So it just really depends building to building. But when it comes to a condo, they generally have some sort of amenities. And when you buy a single family home, unless a pool is actually there or somebody actually has a gym there, which they generally don't, you're gonna have to pay to get that installed or set up a gym in your place. But generally you're gonna have to go somewhere to enjoy a pool or go to the gym. So in that battle, if you like having amenities built into the purchase price, condos are gonna win that battle. Now let's get into the cons of condos and how they battle out with single family homes. Con number one is HOA fees. This stands for Home Owner Association dues or fees. Basically how this works is when you buy a condo, you're in a building that is being managed by an association, which is a non-profit company that helps manage the building, security, landscaping, fixing the roof, how we mentioned before, and collecting dues from each owner so that they can manage the building, because it's essentially a business. So every single condo or townhome that you will buy, 99.9% of them are going to have HOA dues. Now on every month, they're gonna ask you for that HOA due, which you're gonna have to pay. You have to pay it. And on average in Hawaii, they're anywhere between $350 and $750 a month. Now there are some that are a little bit lower, but on average, they're about $350 to $750, and there's definitely some that I've seen for $1,200, $2,000, $2,500. So you definitely wanna look into that when you're looking into a condo. What's the HOA? And keep in mind, they go up every single year, on average 4 to 10%. So keep that in mind when you're looking at condos. So in that sense, when it comes to a single family home, about 80% of them don't have HOA dues. There is a 20% generally in Makakilo, Ewa, Kapolei, where they're in what we call PUDs, planned urban developments, where a developer will charge an association due to manage, the roads that they built, or maybe they have a community pool or what have you. They sometimes do have HOAs, small 20% on the island, but that rest of the 80%, single family homes generally don't have an association due. So you only pay your mortgage payment, and of course your utilities and things of that nature. So in that side of things, I would say that single family homes win that battle. Con number two, shared walls and amenities. So like I mentioned before, in a condo, you are sharing a lot of things. You're sharing the building, you're sharing the elevator, you're sharing the community pool, you're sharing walls, which is generally how condos are built. They're boxes that are just put all together. So you're going to have somebody, unless you're on a corner unit, to your left, to your right, above you, and below you. So most of the homes are built with concrete, so you usually don't have too much noise, but sometimes they're not. And you might have some shared walls, then you can hear your neighbors next door. In a single family home, generally you have room between you and your neighbor. You're not sharing a wall. Generally, this is something to keep in mind. Again, Ewa, Makila, Kapolei, sometimes they do. But nonetheless, in that battle, if you don't like having the opportunity to hear your neighbors, single family homes are going to win that battle. Con number 3 is community laundry. Now, not all units in condos have community laundry. Sometimes they will have an in-unit laundry, which is definitely a bonus, having your washer and dryer in your unit. But a lot of times you will see that there's community laundry, and sometimes they have community laundry just in the building or on each floor, where you actually have to go in there, put money in, and do your washing and drying in the community section. So with a single family home, of course, you buy your washer and dryer and it's in your home. You don't have to share with anybody. You can walk around in your underwear and not have to worry about anybody seeing you while you're doing your washing and drying. So in that battle, I would say single family homes win. The fourth con for condos would be rules and regulations. Now, we all have to abide by the state rules and regulations when it comes to permitting and stuff like that, but you have another layer of rules and regulations that you have to abide to when it comes to owning a condo or townhouse, and that's going to be the association rules. So they might have policies or rules about how long you can have guest parking for, what the pet policy is on whether you can have a pet, what the rules are if you want to do any renovations in the building, noise levels and things that you can and can't do in the building specifically. You have to abide by these rules or they can fine you. Now with a single family home, other than what the state laws are and rules when it comes to renovations and permitting and stuff like that, there's nobody really looking over you telling you what you can or can't do. Maybe your neighbors will complain if you're singing karaoke too loud, too late at night, but generally there's no association, again, for that 80%, that's going to tell you what you can or can't do with your property, in your property, or around your property. So in that battle, I would say single family homes win. Con number 5, lower appreciation. Now, on average, like I've mentioned in past videos, we see anywhere between 3.5% to 8% annual appreciation for condos and single family homes. But if we were to get specific and put single family homes versus condos and look at the appreciation rate, I would say that on average, condos generally appreciate lower, usually between 3 to 6%. And the reason why is because condos generally all have the same layout. They're the same square footage. They generally will have, a similar view depending on what floor you're on, and the valuations will change accordingly. But you all have the same amenities, same layout. And the only thing that can really change the value of your property is your renovation quality and maybe the floor that you're on that provides a certain view. Other than that, that's it. With a single family home, you could have a home that's right next to it with a complete different layout, different vibe, color of the outside, quality of renovations, size of the yard. There's lots of different things, even though you're right next to each other, that could change the valuation and the appreciation because of the discrepancy that you can have in differences compared to one unit next to the other in the same building. So in that battle, when it comes to appreciation, you tend to see higher appreciation in single family homes than in condos. So in that battle, single family homes win again. Okay guys, so that pretty much was the battle out of condos and single family homes. It's hard to say which one wins. I think at the end of the day, it really comes down to price point. Generally, people who are looking to buy a house have a certain budget that they need to stay within. If I had a $1.1 million budget and I could afford a single family home, or I could buy a condo, I probably would go with the single family home route simply because there's more opportunity with single family homes in regards to appreciation. I am more of an investor in that sense because I want to tap into that appreciation. But then again, you have to look at the numbers, see what's more comfortable for you and your family. And keep in mind, if you are going to go with a condo, that is also a good route. It's a good stepping stone to getting into real estate because of the lower price point, because you can ride maybe a lower appreciation train, but still some good appreciation nonetheless. And then later sell that property or pull cash out of the property and step into a bigger one like a single family home. So it's not the end all be all. If you buy a condo, it's the first step to generating wealth through real estate. So with that being said, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I got my contact information right here. You can directly DM me on any of my social media platforms. And if you want to see more content like this, check out these 2 videos that really have some great stuff about the real estate market and what we're seeing right now in 2023. With that being said, I'm Patrick with PatrickMaloneyRealty.com, powered by eXp Realty. Hope you have a beautiful day. I'll talk to you soon. Aloha.